carried wounds that no one sees, hid my tears among the trees. Spend years chasing shadows alone. Tonight I'm finding my way back home. Under stars I'm letting go of pain, washing clean in this gentle rain. Every heartache taught me how to stand. Tonight healing finds this man. I've held regrets tied in my fist, counting memories I should have missed. But under skies wide open, clear and true, I'm finally ready to start anew. Under stars I'm letting go of pain, washing clean in this gentle rain. Every heartache taught me how to stand. Tonight healing finds this man. All these roads I've traveled alone, they led me here, made me strong. Now the burdens fall from my shoulders. I stand here wiser and older. Under stars I've made peace with pain, grateful now for every drop of rain. These scars remind me of who I am. Tonight freedom found this man. Beneath these stars I'm healed and free, finally proud of who I've come to be.
Watched you from the corner where the quiet shadows stay, afraid to break the moment, afraid to look away. You moved like summer water, soft and out of reach, and I held my love like poetry I never dared to speak. Ti amé en silencio, like a flame without air, like a prayer in the dark with no one there. You never knew it, but I loved you so deep. My heart played your name when the world fell asleep. Your laughter was a melody the heavens must have known, and every time you touched me I felt less alone. But I was just a witness to the stars around your light, a man too full of longing, too afraid to fight. Ti amé en silencio, like a moon loves the tide, always coming closer than forced to hide. You kissed someone else while I held my pain, and smiled through the ache like it wasn't in vain. I wrote you in silence in me. Ti amé en silencio, with no words, no claim. But if love leaves a shadow, you still wear my name. You lived in my soul, though I let you go free. And I'll love you forever, when no one can see. Te amé en silencio, por siempre.
The night was made of velvet, but your touch was made of flame. And when you reached inside me, I was never quite the same. You didn't ask permission, you just danced into my soul, left your fingerprints on every place I used to hold. Cuando me tocaste, the world fell away. I forgot the pain, I forgot the gray. You kissed like a promise, you held me like truth, and I've been chasing that feeling since the loss of our youth. I still wear the echoes of the words you used to say, like soft lace on my shadow that won't ever fade away. Every note I play now is a whisper of your name. Every silence in this room is quietly to blame. Cuando me tocaste, my fears turned to flight. You lit all my corners and gave me the light. But the stars grew quiet and your footsteps withdrew. And now I just wander through memories of you. There's a part of me still waiting where you left your goodbye. A man who still believes love doesn't ever die. So I strum and I weep with these strings in my hand, trying to speak what you'd only understand. Cuando me tocaste, the world felt brand new. I still sing that moment, it still sings of you. You love like the rain, tender, sudden and free. Y mi alma aún canta cuando me tocaste a mí. Cuando me tocaste a mí. In the quiet of the evening, when the stars begin to cry, I whisper to the silence, asking why you said goodbye. The strings beneath my fingers bleed the story of our flame. Every note a memory, every chord still speaks your name. Mi alma te busca through shadows and light, in the hush of the morning and the still of the night. You're the fire I carry, the wound I defend. Mi corazón te llama, will you love me again? I remember how you smiled with the sun caught in your hair, how the wind would steal your laughter, leave it floating in the air. Now the wind just brings me silence, and the days are painted gray, but I play this old guitar just to keep your ghost at bay. Mi alma te busca through deserts and rain, through the echoes of kisses, through pleasure and pain. You're the tear I cradle, the dream that won't end. Mi corazón te llama, will you love me again? Oh, if time could turn like the strings in my hand, I'd rewind every heartbeat to help you understand that no song I sing now feels full or true, because all of my music still reaches for you. Mi alma te busca like a wave to the shore, like a prayer in the dark, knocking on your door. You're the breath I'm missing, the start and the end. Mi corazón te llama, come love me again. Mi alma te busca still. The seasons changed 1,000 times since I last saw your face. The leaves would fall, the rain would weep, but never took your place. I lived in quiet moments with your name beneath my skin, and then one golden morning you came back with the wind. Volviste con el viento, like a dream I let go, like a rose in December through frost and snow. I held you in memory, but now here you stand, and my heart, once so empty, reached out for your hand. You smiled like the sunlight, had always known my name, and suddenly the years apart didn't feel the same. con el viento, like a song half sung, like a child finds laughter, like the moon finds the sun. I don't need the answers to where you have been. I just need this moment to never end again. We danced without music, we kissed without shame. The years lost their sorrow, and time lost its name. You came back to find me, like it was always meant, like fate wrapped your footsteps inside the wind. Volviste con el viento, like a promise made new. And this old guitar only plays for you. We found love again, no need to pretend, because you came back, my love, with the wind. You came into my life like the moon in the rain, beautiful but fleeting, carved into my brain. We danced between glances, we smiled without sound, but fate had already drawn its lines in the ground. Si hubiera sido a tiempo, I would have stayed, would have fought through the fire, would have never been afraid. But we were pages in different books, and now I just sing what I never poured. You wore another promise, I wore my regret. We passed like two strangers who never forget. I saw your eyes asking the question I knew, what would have become of me and you? Si hubiera sido a tiempo, I'd have built you a home in the shelter of music. You'd never be alone. But life pulled us forward, and time shut the door. Still I love you now, like I did before. And maybe one day in another life we'll meet with no watches, no wrong or right, just two hearts arriving with no need to run and nothing to lose, with nowhere to shun. Si hubiera sido a tiempo, I'd have told you then that I'd wait 1,000 years to feel you again. But the world had its timing, and I missed the cue. Now this old guitar only cries for you. Si hubiera sido a tiempo, mi amor, fuiste tú. The world kept on turning, but I stayed in place, with your name on my breath and your light on my face. They said let her go, they said time will heal, but they don't know love when it's quiet and real. Todavía te espero in the hush of the rain, in the hush of my chest, where you carved your name. I still set the table, I still hum our song, I still believe that you'll come along. I walk to the cafe where you used to smile. I sit with your laughter, if only for a while. Some say I'm foolish, some say I'm blind, but love like this doesn't follow time. Todavía te espero, like the tide loves the shore, like a candle that flickers, but ask for no more. You live in my silence, in the tears I don't show. I still wait for you, and you still don't know. If I had one moment, just one chance to say, I'd tell you I'd never let you drift away. The years may have passed, but the feeling remains, like perfume in the wind, like a ghost in my veins. Todavía te espero, with the strength of the sea, even if this love lives only in me. They say love fades, but I know that's not true, because every day mi vida, I still wait for you. I've laughed with new faces, I've danced in new arms, but nothing ever held me the way you held my scars. They see me in the daylight, smiling just like before, but you were the only one who knew there was more. Solo tú my pride past my pain. You saw the boy in the man, in the storm, in the rain. I could lie to the mirror, I could smile for the crowd, but with you I was real, and I say that out loud. I tried to forget you, wrote songs without end, but each note is a whisper that calls you again. I loved you in silence, I loved you out loud, and I carry that love like a name I'm not allowed. Solo tu me sabía, like a verse knows the tune, like the sea knows the shore, like the night knows the moon. You didn't ask much, just the truth from my eyes. Now I give it to shadows and empty goodbyes. They say time is healing, but time feels unkind when the only true home I had was your mind. Now I talk to the stars, and sometimes they reply with echoes of your voice in the shape of a sigh. Solo tú me sabías, in the dark, in the light, you held all my pieces, made the broken feel right. If I never see you, if our story is through, just know I was only I saw you in the morning light, dancing on the floor, in the steam of my coffee, in the sound of the door. You're gone from this world, but not from my gaze. You live in the silence, and all of mis ways. Te guardo en todo, in the wind, in the flame, in the hush of a moment, when someone says your name. I don't need a photo, I don't need a sign, because you live in places Te guardo en todo, in a song's final chord, in the breath of my longing, in the prayers I've ignored. You were more than a moment, more than a face. You were the meaning I still can't replace. They ask how I'm doing, I smile and I say I'm fine, just a little lost some days. But you're the reason I still write these tunes. Your every soft whisper beneath the moon. Te guardo en todo, in the sky, in the sea, in the words I still whisper when no one can see. You're my always, my never, my echo, my light, and I carry your You touched me like silence, slow and without sound, like rain finds the roses, like breath without bound. No words between us, we spoke with our skin. Door, and I let you in. Tus manos me hablan without saying a thing, like music in shadows, like fire on string. Through my soul, like a candle through night, and I still feel your warmth in the hush of the light. Your gaze undressed me down to my truth, tender than madness, more fearless than youth. You saw who I was with the grace of the moon, and I swore I would follow your rhythm in tune. Tus manos me hablan, they ride on my skin, like poetry whispered just under the wind. I still hear the sound of your soul against mine, soft thunder that lingers beyond space and time. I trace every memory like fingers on lace, each one a slow echo is the hush between tears. You don't have to speak. I feel every word in the way that you breathe, in the silence I heard. Donde solo tú me llevas, no one else can go. Where time stops its turning and light moves slow. You open the sky with the curve of your sigh, and I find my forever when you're close by. Your touch is a river that flows through my chest. You find all the places I never confess. The night folds around us like pages of flame, and I fall and I rise every time you say my name. Donde solo tú me llevas, past the walls of my skin, where the rhythm is sacred and deeper than sin. You draw me in softly, then hold me like air, and I live in that space where only you dare. There's music in shadows when you are near, a language of longing only we hear. We move without moving, we speak without sound, and I lose myself gladly where your heart is found. Donde solo tú me llevas, in the hush of the night, where love is a whisper and touch is the light. I give you my soul, not just these hands. Take me again, where only love stands. Donde solo tú me llevas, mi amor. The night pulled its curtain, and we stepped inside, where nothing exists but the way that you glide. You spoke without speaking, you moved without sound, and I followed your soul where no time can be found. En la piel del tiempo, you write on my chest with the rhythm of stars, where my heart finds rest. Each moment with you is a thread spun in gold, and I wear every second like stories untold. Your hands are like verses, your breath is a flame. You call me to places I don't dare to name, and I question. I go without fear, for the world melts away when you're near. En la piel del tiempo, where the hours dissolve, where nothing is broken and nothing to solve. We move like soft rivers, like songs without end, and I fall into you again and again. You touch me with patience, with fire, with grace, like a painter who knows every inch of the space. And I give you my breath, my silence, my flame, for loving you deeply is never the same. Piel del tiempo, you leave me undone, yet I've never felt more like where I belong. No need for a promise, no vow or line, just stay here with me on the skin of time. La piel del tiempo, contigo.
When your eyes fall on me, the world starts to slow, like time takes a breath just to let me know. Your hands don't just touch, they speak to my skin. They tell me I'm seen from the outside. And in Cuando me amas, I see I forget who I was. I become something softer, something more, because you hold me like music, you move like a flame, and I melt into someone who no longer feels shame. You never rush moments, you linger, you stay. You read every silence I don't know how to say. There's no need for words when your breath finds mine, 'cause your love is a language that crosses all lines. Cuando me amas así, I bloom without fear. Every wall disappears when you draw me near. You don't just embrace, you awaken the light, and suddenly darkness turns softer than night. I never knew stillness could feel so alive, or that hearts could remember and slowly revive. It's your kind of loving, it opens, it frees, like the wind in the branches, like songs in the trees. Cuando me amas así, I'm no longer alone. Every part of me answers like it's finally home. So don't stop this rhythm, don't silence this kiss. I'm only my truest
anything, you just see me whole. Like the curves of my silence fit into your soul. I never have to try, I never have to hide. You pull me to the surface from the corners inside. En tus brazos soy more than just skin. I'm the song I forgot, the fire within. You hold me so softly, and still I ignite. In your arms, my love, I finally feel right. You don't rush my breathing, you match every pace. And suddenly the world becomes a safer place. I feel like a woman, not broken, not small, but golden and open, and wanted through all. En tus brazos soy the rhythm, the flame, the light without shadow, the pulse with no name. You don't just embrace, you set my soul free, and I fall more in love with the way you see me. Even the quiet is louder with you. Like the stars come closer when we move through. And the night isn't dark, it's painted with grace. When your hands trace my name without leaving a trace. Shining and brought on a light, and I became myself in your arms that night. En tus brazos soy. The sun comes in gently, like your hand on my face, and I stay still a moment in this golden place. No words are needed, no movement, no sound, just your breath and mine, where true love is found.
Despierto en ti, not beside but within, where the world feels softer and I can begin. You don't just hold me, you carry my light, and I wake up in you, feeling more right.
You sleep like a secret the stars never told, but your arms around me feel quiet and bold. No one has seen me like you always do. Even when I'm silent, I feel heard through you.
Despierto en ti, not from dreams but to truth, where time doesn't chase us and I feel my youth. No curtain wake up in you again.
They say love is fire, but they never knew that the softest touch burns the deepest through. And when you whisper nothing but simply stay near, I feel more alive than I felt in years.
Despierto en ti, in the hush of your grace, with your heartbeat beside me and peace on your face. I don't need forever, I don't need a vow, just to wake up in you,
like I'm waking up now.
Despierto.
Mi amor.
And there it is, a collection of songs made from silence, longing, and the kind of love that doesn't need to shout. Each note was a heartbeat, each word a gentle confession. If you listened with your soul, then you already know. This wasn't just music. This was feeling. This was memory. This was you. Thank you for letting me sing what words alone could never say. If this touched you in any way, if you felt seen, stirred, or softly undone, then please, like this video. And don't forget to subscribe, because there's more music coming, more songs for your heart, more stories for your silence, and I'd be honored to share them with you.